poppin', my peeps, my peoples? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We going to the top. What's going on, Peep Squad? How my people doing? Much love to my peeps and my people. Thank you guys for coming through. Hey, Sky, what's going on? Pope, what's going on? What's going on? Respect, what's good with y'all? We are here, baby. We are here. We made it to see another day, and we also made it to see glory. We also made it to see change. All over the world, people got our back, baby. All they needed was black people to stand up, and they came right behind, baby. It's all good. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. R.I.P. to George Floyd. Rest in peace, rest in power. You were sent away beautifully. Amen. What's going on, Peep Squad? What's up with y'all? What's good? What's poppin'? It is a mess, baby. Grown up hip hop. So I guess we gotta see a little bit of glance. And so, hey, Sky, what's going on, Noop? So what's going on with the situation when it comes to Miss Egypt? It seems like Miss Egypt gave us a little secret tonight. And it's not a secret to me, and it's not a secret to some of y'all that, watched the interview or listened to the interview where, it was said that Sam said that Egypt was feeling a certain type of way about her cousin TT, that she was basically brought it to his attention that TT's not, TT's doing this, TT's doing that, TT's flirting. So it seems like the auntie was right when it comes to, TT's mother, when she said that she feels like maybe Egypt is kind of insecure and everything else like that. You know how sometimes you with some people, sometimes when they with their man, they don't want no other female around, or they don't want any competition. Even if the competition is their mother, their grandmother, their kids, or anybody else, they don't want no competition around because they feel like they're lacking something, and the person that they with might jump onto that person. So I'm just like, Hey, what's up, Thomas? What's up, Pamela? What's up, Sky? What's going on? So, I was just like, okay. And then there was also a situation where it was also said that the reason why Brianna and, Egypt are not cool is because one time, this is allegedly, this is a story I heard from somebody that you guys probably won't believe, but it was Sam himself. He said that Brianna told Egypt, in the bathroom that, I would do him good. I would mess him up. I would give him some of that good or something like that. And she was like, but I'm not going to do it because that's your man. And allegedly, that's what Bree said to Egypt. And then Egypt told Sam. And that's one of the reasons why Egypt don't really want Brianna around either. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. So I was like, okay. So is Egypt a little bit insecure because Sam is older and Sam has children? He has a little bit more experience. Does she feel like she's lacking something that she can't satisfy him mentally? Or is she just insecure, period? Where, she hasn't worked on them insecurities where when other people around that look just as good as her, is just as gorgeous, they're not going to take your man because your man can't be taken if he is your man. But that's allegedly, so let's move on to the situation. That's what I was told, baby. So that could be a reason why you don't want to mess with nobody if they trying to get with your man and they said, ooh, I'll sleep with him. I know my man look good, but don't be talking about you gonna sleep with him. So let's just get into it. Let's talk about the situation. And what do you guys think about Vanessa? Do you think Vanessa is overly sensitive? Or do you think Vanessa's sister Angela is hard on her and Angela was showing her booty, letting, Miss Vanessa know that you used to be number one, you used to be the model, you was a Ford model, but look at me now, baby, you ashamed to take off your hoodie, you ashamed to take off your fleece, you ashamed to take off your pants. And then, it seems like Angela might have did the body supporting situation just to support, Vanessa, as basically helping her and empowering her too as well. But maybe she did too much, too quick, too fast, and that was just a problem. Hey, what's up? What's going on, Ralph? So maybe that was a problem. And, Angela is thinking about being tough, being strong, being powerful, and forget all that. And Vanessa's feeling like, I need to take baby steps with this. Like, you're taking my situation, you're making a whole big movement, and I'm not really included unless I'm going to drop drop and put on a bathing suit or a two-piece when I already don't feel comfortable with my body. So what do you guys think about that situation between Vanessa and Angela? And how do you guys feel about the situation where it comes to Twist? He just keeps going, and Twist won't leave ICDC college alone at all, point blank, period. I was like, Lord have mercy, what's really going on with that situation? So it's a whole lot going on. I was just like, damn. And it doesn't seem, what's up, Crazy LB? It doesn't seem like, Lil Twist is worried. He's even thinking any type of way about Romeo. He's basically saying, let's get this back, let's get this check. I'm gonna step in, I'm gonna be the new star. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And what do you guys think about Boogie saying, in the gym, basically, oh, Egypt, thank God you didn't know that move 3 weeks ago. Basically saying, oh, you could have really messed up Brianna. So that is a crazy situation too as well. So I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the situation. So we got Eric. Eric has been out here in the media or whatever. So please check out my What's Going On playlist, and you'll get all the latest news on growing up hip hop, for real, for real. So, we have Mr. Eric, aka Little Easy E. Basically, he's letting us know that Romeo unfollowed him, baby. And basically, he was asked the question whether, how would he think his father would handle the situation, which would be Easy E. And he said, my father would let me handle the situation because it's business between people of the same generation. Now, if it was old school people, if it was Dame Dash, if it was MasterP, if it was this one, if it was that one, it wouldn't be, he wouldn't associate himself with that situation at all, point blank, period. And he feels that MasterP should let Romeo do his thing. And that's just his take upon the situation, that his father will let him handle the business. And then he also threw in that, Mr. Romeo said that Bow Wow was his idol and everything else like that. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord have mercy. But if this, ICDC college is just like a joke, it's a joke that's been going on for almost a month now, or 2 months now. Like, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Hey, what's up, God? Number one. So it is like a crazy situation with that, because I know that Lil Twist is trying to get in where he's fitting, and like Lil Twist said, there is producing credits on the table, and that's something that Brianna Latrice wanted. But lately I see that she kind of changed her mind about that situation, because now we see Lil Twist saying, that he want producer credit. Producer credit is out there now, so he gonna try to get that. So we got Egypt. She showed up to her father with the poom poom shorts on, the booty shorts, and she shows up to Daddy. Daddy's not happy. Daddy's feeling a certain type of way, because he wants to know what's going on with this situation with your man, and like, why did you get into a fight? What's happening with that situation? So it's just like, the problem with Egypt is like, damn, Egypt, I just need you to express yourself. I just need you to tell us, tell us the whole, it seems like, Egypt is scared to talk. It seems like she's scared to, speak up for herself or really say what she needs to say to her father. But anyways, we get to that situation, and it was like she was scared to tell Pep what's going on. So she let them know, what, I hit Brianna, I knocked her out or whatever. I was like, Lord have mercy. She was like, Brianna dropped. She dropped. I was like, Egypt, you keep doing it. She's like, I don't know if Brianna want vengeance. I don't know if she want that. I don't know if she want to do that to me or anything else like that. I was like, girl, don't you know you're doing too much? I was like, shit, girl. And it's like she keeps bringing up the situation like she dropped her. Some people say that she didn't drop her, and some people say that she did drop her. So it is what it is. But, Treach wants to know, like, why are you into this? Why is this happening? Where was Sam at? What was Sam doing? What was his job? He was supposed to protect you. I heard that he was cheerleading. I heard that he was around sitting there snickling and laughing and jumping for joy and everything else like that. So that's a situation, and that's a problem. And he was supposed to protect you and make sure you don't get into no shit. You're supposed to stop that. And that's something that I've been saying. Like, come on, like, I know you wanted her to get hit bad and get popped bad, Sam, but in the meantime, in between time, you got to know that you got to play your role to protect your woman, even though it's good for you, but it's not something that is glorified too as well, because Treach don't want his daughter fighting or anything else like that, because if something happens, she get run up on or somebody attack her, he got to get involved. He got to call these people. Pep got to do this. They got to do all that kind of stuff. They got to do everything else to make sure everything's straight. So therefore, before that does not happen, let's, make sure you protect my daughter. And so that's just the situation. Hey, what's going on, Tony? What's going on, Pamela Moore? What's going on, Brandy? What's going on? What's going on, Tanya? So we have that situation. So we got, Miss Egypt, basically she's saying, well, I guess, I need to talk to TT. I want to talk to TT because she's talking about disowning a family. Nope, she's only talking about disowning you and Sam if, this situation keeps going, because she doesn't want to be a part of it. And she was like, I just want TT to see that, Sam is a good person. Sam's this, Sam's that, and whatever. And I just want to change her opinion and get her to think a different way. And so Treaches are like, hell no, you can't change her mind. She got an opinion. If she want to say something, she can say something. And everybody has an opinion, and you ain't gonna change nobody's opinion, and you ain't gonna tell nobody how to think and how to talk. They ain't gonna do that for you. Like, who you think you are, baby? So that's the situation. I was just like, Lord have mercy, what is going on with this situation? And so moving on from that, we have Mr. Tyran. He's over here doing his thing. He loved his sister. He loved her to death. He got her back or whatever, but he's also stepping back too as well. He's not so, focused on his sister relationship. He's there a little bit, but he don't go in. But she's not close to her brother. So like that, where she shares things with him. And that's where I think she feels comfortable sharing things with TT. And I don't know if Egypt has any other close friends. If she has any other close friends, she'll be good. But TT ain't gonna steer her the wrong way. But we also learned that TT been trying to be an actress her whole goddamn life since she was in high school and college. So she finally made her stop to growing up hip hop, and she's here to stay. Whether she likes Sam or Egypt or any situation, TT gonna be here to stay, because she's been struggling and trying to be an actress since she was in high school. So therefore, she hit it big right here, and she ain't going nowhere, baby. TT ain't going nowhere. I didn't know that this was her dream, to be an actress, so she ain't going nowhere. And I think, Miss Egypt, I think she looks pretty. I love this look. Reminds me of the 90s. It's so beautiful with the jumper, the necklace, the ponytail. Just everything looked good over here. So this was cool. I like that look or whatever. So then moving on to this situation, we got Angela. Angela's stuffing her face. She's eating salad. She got hot sauce. Girlfriend, I'm with you. I love me some red hot. I love me some hot sauce, and sometimes some Louisiana hot sauce too as well. So we have Miss, Angela. She's over here doing her thing, eating, and she ain't offering the guests no food. She ain't offering them no snacks. She ain't offering them shit. She didn't just go watch her eat. But have you guys noticed something else differently? That Angela seems to be around the rest of the cast. Before, she was like isolated from the rest of the cast, and they come into her crib. The cast is coming to her crib. She got Lil Twist. She got Twist at her crib. Brianna was there last week. She is trying to save this show. She's trying to save this show at any cost. Come to my house. Come to my crib. Come to mi casa. I need you here. She was like, come here. I need you here. We need to come up with a master plan. We need to come up with something. And so basically I was like, okay, Angela, you're welcoming everybody, and I would never thought that I would see Brianna at your house or at JoJo's house or at anybody's house. That's a Simmons, and now we got Lil Twist sitting there. We got Boogie. Haven't seen Boogie at your crib, so it is what it is. So I was like, So it is what it is. I was like, go ahead, do your damn thing. So Lil Twist come in, and Lil Twist basically, he ain't got no problem. He ain't got no situation. He ain't worried about Romeo. He ain't worried about this situation. He don't care about the ICD college. It's just a joke. It is what it is. And he says basically Romeo quit. Oh, that's good. So let's get it popping. Let's get it twisted. Let's get it hot in this mother sucker. Let's bring the heat. Let's bring the fire. Okay, superstar. Like, you know what? It's time for some new blood. Time for some new meat. And basically this is Lil Twist. Little Twist sees an opportunity. Or when you see an opportunity, it comes knocking. Sometimes you gotta answer. Sometimes you don't answer. But he's answering to the call because he wants them producer credits, baby. He wants them credits, baby, to go on his resume. So when people want to hire him from engagements and things like that, or shows or whatever, he has a resume. His resume would be popping. So at this point, he don't care. He's telling JoJo wife he don't care. He's telling Angela he don't care. It is what it is. If he wants to get up out of his bag and he's upset with me because I said ICD college, I don't give two shits. And that's where he's at. But do you guys think that Lil Twist can fill Romeo Miller's shoes? That's the question. Can he fill Romeo Miller's shoes? And Boogie don't care no more either. And basically he's letting Angela know what went on at the meeting. It wasn't a good meeting. And basically Boogie was I was just trying to ask him what's going on, what's the problem, how can we solve the problem, how can we do this, how can we do that, or whatever. So basically we already know the meeting went sour when it came to Boogie and Romeo. So it is what it is. But you got Lil Twist talking about who cares about how to solve the problem. Let's fix it. Let's shine. Let's get this shit on the road. Basically, Lil Twist is like, let's get paid. And Angela's feeling a certain type of way. She was like, yo, listen, I don't know what Romeo's doing or what his situation is. It is what it is, but I'm moving forward. And if he wanted to have a conversation, he should have talked to me. He shouldn't have talked to everybody else. He shouldn't have been getting mad at everybody else because he feels like people are coming at him. But she said that's just part of the situation. Angela basically said it's part of the situation, and that We TV can't edit what you didn't say. So basically, Angela is saying that, yo, listen, you said what you said. You can't blame it on editing. You can't blame it on this person. You can't blame it on that person. So she's feeling that type of way. And we already know how Romeo's feeling. Romeo said that he get paid more than everybody on the cast. So therefore he ain't gonna sell himself or his soul. So he gonna walk away because he don't want to be in that position that Sam's in. He don't want to be in that position where everybody start looking at him weird, and the narrative is developed that he thinks he's above everybody. He don't want to get along with people. He's mad at Angela. He's a male chauvinist pig and all that other shit. So basically, before that narrative is created, and basically where his fans is fighting off this person, that person, and all this other shit, he just gonna quit the show. He just gonna quit the show. That's all he gonna do. He's gonna quit the show. That's gonna be the situation. But Lil Twist was like, Romeo, this is your show. Didn't you build this shit? Isn't this yours? Why would you walk away from your show? Why would you walk away because of a joke? Why would you walk away, period? So basically, he's calling Romeo out. Like, why would you do that? It's just a joke. It's just a comment. It ain't even that serious. It ain't even that big. Like, so he's feeling like, yo, this is your show. You started this, but you know what? Executive producer credit is on the table, and I'm trying to make my way to the money, baby. So it is what it is at this point. So, But, if it was just a joke, why are we still talking about ICD? Why are we still talking about Romeo and, Lil Twist? So that the narrative was going to be created. Lil Twist and Romeo will have a beef. And on top of that, Angela will be going back and forth and talking about, Romeo and all this other stuff. Questions not being answered. So, Romeo saw the writing on the wall, and he was like, you know what? I'm a cash out, baby. I got, my brand is too big to be, hit or subjected to this shit. So let me just leave it. Maybe he didn't even want to be around it anymore. And, since, the narrative that he was going to be the bad guy, he wasn't trying to be the bad guy. That's not his image. That's not who he is. And then on top of that, how would it look if Romeo is beefing with Angela and calling Angela names and coming after, JoJo, or basically talking shit to, Vanessa, or him going back and forth and doing petty shit back and forth when it comes to, Angela? Like, it doesn't look cool for a dude to be beefing with a female. That's not cool. You don't get no brownie points. If Romeo's beefing with Angela, he don't get no brownie points. People ain't gonna big him up. People ain't gonna say, oh, he's the man, oh, you doing something right. They gonna look at him as a sucker. So therefore, how can he defend himself? In his mind, he's probably feeling like, you know what, this is a lost battle, so therefore I ain't gonna do this shit. I'm gonna just let it go, because if he beefing with Angela, we gonna all clown. We all go, and then it's gonna look bad for him, especially if he's working with women, if he's working with different production companies that are based with women. He got sisters, he got nieces and nephews. This shit'll look terrible if he's beefing with Angela. You know what I mean? And then Bao jumps in because he's supporting Angela. Then that looks even more crazier. So you know what? He just realized that, you know what? I ain't gonna win this battle. There's some battles that that they ain't worth it. You just keep moving. And so that's what he did. He left the bag on the table. Now we got Sam Sam is out here, he's feeling himself, he's feeling a certain type of way because Treach wants to talk to him and ask him why was he there protecting his daughter and why didn't he have his daughter back, and he's supposed to be the man and her protector. He's supposed to, dissolve a situation. He's supposed to eliminate a situation. He don't supposed to be cheerleading. And so basically Egypt tells Sam that, daddy said that you was over there cheerleading and shit like that. So anyway, this shit was funny, So the way that Egypt told Sam that daddy said you was cheerleading and shit, Sam was gonna talk shit, right? Sam was gonna say something. He was gonna say something provocative back because that's just who he is. And plus he wants to look tough in his girlfriend's eyes. And he's Beyonce's eyes. Like, they be killing me with this shit. So Sam is like, I ain't scared of Treach. I ain't scared of Treach. Like, I mean, he just be wildin'. So Sam basically is saying, he ain't scared. He ain't scared of Treach. He ain't scared of Treach. I was like, So he said he ain't scared of Treach, right? But let me get back to, Lil Twist. Lil Twist said there ain't no problem between him and Romeo. He said Romeo should basically stay and protect his goddamn show, and basically instead of running and crying about a situation. So basically Twist is throwing salt on the wound. Twist is definitely throwing salt on the wound. Twist is definitely throwing salt on the wound. So we get into this situation, and then also Little Twist kind of like made fun of, Romeo saying that Bow Wow was his idol, but then Twist turned around and said Lil Wayne was his idol. And we can definitely tell that Little Twist idolized Wayne. Like, sometimes you can't tell them apart when they're on music, when they're on wax, for real. So we have that situation, and so basically we have Egypt and Sam basically is in NY, and she's in Vegas, and basically she's letting him know that daddy want to talk to you, and Sam was like, whatever, basically my daddy said you was chilling, he wants to talk to you. And so Sam basically saying nobody's scared of Treach. Like, what you mean ain't nobody scared of Treach? So basically he said nobody's scared of Treach. Ain't nobody might supposed to be afraid of Treach. I was like, damn, Sam, you going in, you going hardball, you're talking mad ludicrous. Like, you don't say that. You was like, you know what, you should have said like, yes, you know what, I want to talk to Treach and let him know what's going on. So let him know what's going on, let him know what's up, let him know what's happening, let him know the real deal so he'll know. But I can't wait to see your father. I can't wait to talk to your father. But Sam had to go there and say, ain't nobody scared of Treach, ain't nobody afraid of Treach, and all this other stuff. So, he did way too much. It was way too much. He did way too much. And he didn't need to do all that. Like, I'm supposed to be scared of Treach. Like, come on, you doing way too much, Sam. And you are. That's not how you talk about, your girlfriend's father, because you're almost acting like homeboy. So it is what it is with that situation. It was basically, him not wanting to be accountable, that he was going to get blamed for the situation if he was a part of it or not. He denies it. And everybody says that he was a part of the situation with Egypt, attacking Brianna. But he says that's not the case, that she wanted to get that get back because the girl was in her business and talking too much. So we have that situation. And basically, it is what it is. Damn well, he's feeling a certain type of way. But, Sam got to sit here and say all that because he wants to act like, he's powerful than Egypt's father and shit like that. Like, he's stronger, and basically he don't want to look like he has any fear, which he shouldn't do that. He should just be real and authentic, because in the next scene they cut to, I'm worried about talking to Treach. This is crazy, man. Treach is a real OG. Treach is this, Treach is that. Yes, I am kind of nervous about the situation. So he gets in the confessionals and he says something different. Like, he realized he shouldn't have said what he said, and it could actually be like a bad thing for him. And you don't disrespect your girlfriend's father like that too as well, and you don't do it on TV. You know, it's something real small, it's not that big, but when you have so many people that is after your character and your character, and basically they don't like you and they're coming for you, you don't give people ammunition to use against you. You just show the utmost right respect for her father, because now they're thinking even more that you are controlling Egypt, and Egypt's not thinking for herself too as well, especially with the conversation that you had with Egypt, you know, talking about TT, and basically he tells her not to show more, you know, emotion than she does, because then that means, you know, you're giving her the upper hand, because that means that you care the most. Yes, that is good advice. That's not, and this situation, it might not be the greatest advice, because Egypt has wronged TT. You know, she has wronged TT, and she admitted it too as well to TT, because she felt a certain type of way. You know, that's what she said. I don't know if she's covering up for Sam, but basically she has some insecurities in the way that TT and Sam were moving around together, just basically nothing. But when you're insecure and you're afraid that anybody can take your man because you don't believe that they love you, that way that they tell you that they love you, and they probably show you that way, but you can't believe it because, you know, you're lacking love yourself. So it is what it is with that situation. But but the advice that he told her was good advice, but it wasn't the type of advice at this time when she really needed to make amends with TT and show her, even though TT be getting on my nerves too as well, the way that she be doing the shit that she do, but Egypt wronged her on national TV over and over, when accused of wanting Sam, then accused of walking around the house naked and trying to entice Sam. That was wrong. And if she felt that way, she should have talked to her privately. So there's some things that she stepped out of, you know, from family to TV, where she put the shit out there. So therefore she should, you know, be very emotional with TT. TT's pregnant too as well, you know, so she's emotional too. So she really wants to feel that you are authentic. So it is what it is with that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. Sam is talking all the shit in the world. So then we find out that TT, you know, had an eating disorder. And I remember reviewing the show a few years ago, and I was with one of the moderators, Tia, and we was talking about how skinny he is and how skinny she got, and she's really tiny. You can't even really tell, you know, how much weight she has. Like, she got even smaller. So we find out that she did have an eating disorder, and that's something I didn't know. So she had an eating disorder, and if I did know, I forgot until she brought it up tonight. So she tells us she had an eating disorder, and there was sometimes where TT was really, really thin, where you can, hey, what's up, gossip girl? What's up, Tammy? What's up, Smith? What's going on? So no, we have that situation. And we find out that she's been dying to be an actress since, you know, high school, and weight was a big thing because it's the industry, because she's having a conversation with Vanessa. So now we know that, you know, she's in it to win it, regardless if the storyline is real, true, or fake, or if, you know, she got to get married on the show, or whatever the case may be. She's going to stick with it because this is something that she's been dying to do, is be on TV. And so we'll see if her man's dying to be on TV too, baby. So we have that situation, and then, you know, she wants a ring on it, and she never thought that she'll be walking around without a ring on her finger. And also she was like, you know, I'm pregnant, no ring on my finger, blasting the third. So it is what it is. So she wants Sean to marry her, which is working on. He already proposed, so they're probably married already. But she also said something interesting too as well. She said that she didn't want to tell nobody that she was pregnant because people make a big deal out of it. Girl, you was hiding your pregnancy. You wouldn't take pictures. You know, I caught you because Pep caught you on camera, so I was able to get that footage. But you was hiding it for the show, and you didn't want to reveal it to regular people. This is a storyline. It's a plot that you can reveal that you are pregnant and add something to your storyline, even though Egypt and Sam is a part of your storyline. But don't try to play us and act like you wanted to keep it a secret because you didn't want to make a big deal out of it. No, you wanted to save it for the show, and that's cool, but don't lie to us like we stupid. So we get to Vanessa. So Vanessa has her situation, and Vanessa, basically, she's feeling a certain type of way because her body issues. You know, she's gaining weight. She's not feeling comfortable. She's not understanding if Angela is understanding how she feels. And basically this is her job, and it's to look good. She used to be a Ford model, she used to be this, she used to be that, and everything else under the sun. And now that's a problem, and that's a situation because she's not feeling comfortable anymore. And and it doesn't seem like she gets any support, and it always seems like Vanessa really gets any support unless someone's yelling at her or telling her that she's wrong. At one point in time, we had to have Jojo had to come down and defend Vanessa when it came to Angela, and they had little different situations with this. Their half sisters with the business, where Angela's telling Vanessa she can't go along with the video because the business, because Angela ends up signed in or eking a deal where she can't be a part of anything else, and it'll go against her contract. And so, but her and Vanessa had a business, they kind of started together, mommy something, and then Angela was like, you can't do it. I was like, Lord have mercy. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord have mercy, what's going on? Poor Vanessa. Yes, she used to be a Ford model, and she's feeling a certain type. It never really seems like she gets support from her sister Angela, and it seems like she's looking for validation from Angela instead of being like the strong sister. At one point, her dealing with Romeo was her getting like some independence back from Angela, because it's almost like she lets Angela crowds her and take over whatever Angela feels. It's like Vanessa goes with it even though she doesn't want to go with it. So go with Angela. So it is what it is. And so we got this situation where Vanessa didn't know that she was going to be showing up to Angela's photo shoot, and basically it's about loving your body, loving everything about your body and everything else like that. So now we have that situation, and Angela's basically like, throw on one of these bathing suits, throw on one of these swimsuits, and the swimsuit left there is like the one that's very revealing, and it's like, it's Angela showing off that I'm fit, I'm tame, I'm toned, everything with me looks good, and now you scared to put something on because Angela says she suffered from looks, having, she didn't like the way that she looked when she was growing up, and she had a lot of issues too as well, and she thought about surgery, but she didn't go through with it. And was Vanessa supportive to her when she was going through them issues? Because if she wasn't, it would make sense if Angela is not being supportive of Vanessa's issues. So I'm just like, Lord have mercy. Like she's in a two-piece soaking boat. That's like, asking somebody that is already uncomfortable and you want them to get out there and take photos, and it's going to be around the world. Everybody's going to know. Everybody's going to see it. And you don't want people to see you yet because she's not confident yet. But Angela was like, come on, take this photo shoot. But Angela is also kind of like showing tough love, because sometimes you can have relatives in your family that show very much tough love. Like they don't pat you on the back. They say, go do it. You better. You got to. You ain't got no other choice. Stuff like that. And so Angela seems like she's that way, and Vanessa just wants a hug, and she wants somebody to maybe walk her through, or maybe call her and say, hey, what are you eating, sus? Let's get some snacks. That is, I don't know, let's drink some tea. Let's just get something. So Vanessa is having a conversation, with JoJo's wife, and she's telling her that she wants to get lipo. We find out that JoJo's wife, she got liposuction or whatever it is. She got lipo, I don't know. They suck the fat out or whatever. So she got that done. And, Vanessa's thinking about doing it, and she's talking to her about it, and it's the wrong time to talk about it, especially when Angela's around in her two-piece baby, and she's like, what are you talking about? You gotta work hard, you gotta do what you're supposed to do. What are you doing? Like, you can work out, you can lose it, blasting the third, and basically saying there's more options. Why are you choosing that option? Why are you taking the easy way out? And maybe it's easier for Angela to say that because, Vanessa feels like it's just too hard because she's different. It's a lot of things going on. So Vanessa could be going through some type of depression too as well, why she's eating and why she doesn't want to work out and why she doesn't have the energy to as well. Maybe she needs some iron, some B12, some vitamin C. She needs a boost or something, and maybe she's lacking that boost within her that she can't do it. So it's more than just eating. there may be some things where she is very unhappy, and she's showing it by eating a lot and putting on weight, but she doesn't look that big. If she wants lipo, she can get lipo. I say she don't need it. I say she could just work out, because you don't want to, I don't know. I don't trust doctors cutting on me or whatever, unless they have to. But when you have money and you live in this type of world, surgery and everything else like that is cool. And I have a friend, she was 300 pounds and she got the liposuction, the lipo or whatever. And it was about like 8 years ago. And she's still fit. She's still skinny. She's still everything. Hey, Karma Ball, how you doing? So it is what it is. It's your choice. That's what Vanessa's choosing. And Angela was like, come on, you could do better. And so you could just see Vanessa feels uncomfortable, and she feels like maybe she shared this and now Angela's kind of taking on her story, kind of taking on her storyline and her journey. And it's not a journey with her because she didn't tell her that she was supposed to get into this 2-piece or whatever. But maybe Angela did it to surprise her and to see what she get into it. But Angela had to know her sister was not going to get into no 2-piece. For real. And so we get to Brianna. She's with Lil Twist. And basically Lil Twist was like, he's cool, with Romeo. It's all good. It ain't no beef. I've been knowing him for years, but if you want to take it that way. And basically he's just calling out Romeo being corny. It's a corny shit. It was corny. And that's why Bow Wow didn't attend to the meeting, because it was corny. Everything with Romeo was corny. So yes, Twist is taking shots, and Twist has been taking shots. It's not just a joke. So when you say it's just a joke, it's not. Angela got a stalker, and it is what it is. Her stalker's coming back. And we have Tyran. Tyran has opened up his own shop, baby. He got his own shop. He's going to be teaching self-defense and, all the stuff, martial arts and everything else like that. He's going to be teaching it. He invites TT to come through so her and Egypt can make up. We got the boys, they come through, they support, they joke, and everything else like that. We have Mr. Lil Easy E. He wants to flirt with TT whether she's pregnant or not. He'll flirt when he wants to, because he had a crush on TT, baby. And so we got JoJo, he's making fun with the sticks, and they're having a good time. So this was a good part of the episode to see. And then as soon as they talking about punching somebody in the face, you know what I mean, Egypt walks in. Lil Easy is looking at Egypt like, yo, you did that, right? And then we have, Mr. Boogie talking about, thank God you didn't learn that technique 3 weeks ago, because she could have used it on Bree. And then people are watching how Egypt is moving in the gym. She's moving quick, fast, in a hurry. And it seems like she's significant with the way that she moves and the way that she's doing the shit, baby. That, it won't just be, she'll put up a fight. We have Angela, and Angela basically wanted to get some self-defense training against her stalker, because her stalker is back, baby. Her stalker is back. Lord have mercy. And they're going to reveal to him next episode in Egypt. And, TT get to talk, and Egypt is sorry. Egypt apologized. She wants things to go back to normal. She wants, TT to accept her fiance. She wants TT to accept her man and everything else like that. She wants to move into a good spot and a good place with TT. And TT was basically like, yo, your man is the problem. And, she will let Egypt in too, because Egypt did say she was sorry. Egypt did say, like, I know you'll like him. I know you'll like Sam. Basically, if you give him a chance, and he said that he want to start all over fresh and clean. And so Egypt also apologized that there's some things that I should have talked to you about, how I felt. He didn't bring these things to my attention. These things were bothering me, and I felt a certain type of way, and I didn't tell you. And she told Sam, and then Sam brought it to, TT, and brought it to, Mama, which is Pep. And then now it made it look like TT wanted Sam, and TT was walking around the house naked. And it was like they was throwing TT to the side, like TT wasn't nobody. Like TT hasn't been around since she was born. Like TT, didn't help raise her. Like TT wasn't there. And you never do that. But when people are young and they get in, their tail is wet, their honey's wet, it's really hard to part them. So the best thing to do is to keep the line of communication open. So when she does have a situation where she's thinking about fighting Bree, she should have been able to call TT because they still had the lines of communication open. And that's where being, being an adult is, that you understand that her brain function and the experience that she has been through, she has not really experienced anything, and she don't know nothing. So not know nothing like that, but she don't know a lot. She don't know, different behaviors of people. So when she's able to like, oh, Sam's basically saying, Egypt's, Brianna's this, Brianna's that. It would have been nice if she had that communication open with TT, where they didn't fall out like the way they did, where she could have just said, Brianna's getting on my nerves. I don't know if I should do this. I'm thinking about fighting her being my first fight or something like that. And then that's where, TT could have came in. So it's very important to keep the lines of communication open with someone that really doesn't have a lot of experience or don't understand the ramifications of what they do. Sometimes because they haven't experienced it, they don't know. They're learning as they go. It's basically to try to guide them. You don't got to approve of their life, but just be a voice. And so basically, there's a wedding about to be planned and everything else like that. And TT is thinking that Egypt is not going to be a part of the situation, point blank, period. But she will get her involved in a little bit, keep her more involved and keep her open. Because Egypt was like, I didn't even know you was pregnant. Now we know at this point when she talks to Egypt, she's like 6 months. But now we know that she's doing it time. I don't know if she had her baby yet or not. But so we will find out. So TT is basically, I ain't got time for Egypt and her shit right now. But it's also good to juggle two storylines than one. So, but we don't know how that's going to happen because Egypt says she's leaving the show. She cries and she misses TT because, TT trusted Egypt once upon a time where she was like, read your mom's book of what she said about your father. I think you should be able to read it. And even though she went against Pep's, advice, TT trusted in Egypt. And she just got to give her a little trust too as well. But the problem is, she needs somebody to talk to too as well. Somebody that got a little bit of knowledge. So it is what it is. It was like, Lord have mercy. So if you guys want to call in, we're going to have 5 minutes, 5-minute call-ins. And, we'll chop it up real quick and tell me what you think about the episode. I was like, He ain't playing. He coming for the spot, baby. We'll do 5-minute call-ins. If anybody wants to call in and let me know what you think about the episode or something that stood out to you. We'll do 5-minute calls. Call in and tell me what you think. So it is what it is. So we'll see. And I think, Egypt said to about bridesmaid. I don't know if she said that she was gonna have TT be a bridesmaid, but TT said a couple of months, not TT, but Egypt said a couple of months ago that TT couldn't be her bridesmaid, and Brianna Latrice was not invited to her wedding, baby. I was like, Lord have mercy, what's really going on with that situation? But what's gonna be crazy is going to see, JoJo and Lil Twist get in it. I just don't understand why. Hey Mella, what's going on? I don't understand why Twist and JoJo is going to get into the situation. And we can see Angela really trying to save her show. She's really trying to make sure this show happens. She's really trying to make sure this show works, because she got everybody up in her house. She had Brianna up in her house, and now she has Lil Twist. She has Twist in her house too as well. She's trying to save this show, because we seen what happened with growing up hip hop. A lot of people growing up hip hop Atlanta, we seen a lot of people there, and then a lot of people just left the show. And then now we haven't even got a new season of growing up hip hop. So I'm just like, what's going on with this situation? Like, damn. So Angela is on. She's trying to get everything going. She's trying to get everything popping, baby. Angela's not playing around with this situation. Hey, Lil Twist is here. Lil Twist is like, you know what? It is what it is. Let's move forward. I was just like, I was like, okay. And I'm so happy for Tyran. Like, Tyran got his own little shop. Tyran got his own little business. And Tyran's doing his thing. Like, he's taking care of business. And it's just like, oh, it's so good to see that he, you know, he's doing something that he loves to do too as well. He's making a business out of it. And it was good to see that too as well. And we got Lil Easy getting more camera time than a little bit, baby. Because we used to never see Lil Easy. We see Lil Twist. He's getting his camera time too as well. We didn't see Brianna Latrice as much, but you know, she did the narrating of the show, so that was cool too. But what do you guys think about Vanessa and Angela? Was Angela being a caring sister, or did she feel like that was a storyline she could run with it? And was she trying to support Vanessa, or is Vanessa too sensitive? Like, I'm just like, what's going on? I'm just like, shit. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for coming through. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. If you want to call in, you can call in, but if not, you know, it's a late night. It's already 1:43 in the morning, baby. So I'm just like, I hope Egypt and, you know, TT work it out, that Egypt has somebody to talk to. Maybe she can talk to her auntie. But, you know, Egypt do need a female that she can talk to that can give her some wisdom and knowledge too as well at the same time. She needs that too. But at the same time, she doesn't want judgment. So, but she's going to have to take judgment if she wants advice, you know? She's going to have to take that.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Crazy LB.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Hi, Miss Mary. How you doing today?
Good. How are you? What do you think about the episode?
It was a little dry, but I'm not really, you know, a fan of grown-up hip-hop because ain't nothing grown-up about nothing, if you ask me. But that's another story for another day. But the only thing I really have to say is the statement Samantha made. He knew what the hell he was doing, because when he made that statement, he looked directly in that damn camera, and that's why I'm like, yo, he's a damn culture vulture, and that's why I don't think he's a good fit for that little girl. But that's none of my business. That's not my child. That's not my relationship, and all I'm doing is making my opinion. That's all I'm doing. I don't need nobody coming for my neck.
Nope, they're not. Because just about everybody agrees with that.
Right. With the apology with TT and Egypt, to be honest with you, I think she's only doing that apology right now because she got in the altercation, like you said, with Brianna, and she don't got nobody to lean on but Smokey the Bear, Samantha. That's it. So that really, I think, touched her, especially when she went to go see her dad, and her dad was like, well, where the hell was Sam? Was he being a cheerleader? And we all said that the last time we seen the episode last week. We seen that young man running around the goddamn room like a kid in a goddamn candy store. Period. He egged that girl on, even though she's an adult, because, you know, she screamed, I'm 21, I'm this, I'm that. It's my choice. Okay, well, since it's your choice, you see what Stevie J and Faith Evans is at, right? You saw where your daddy and your mama was at, right? Well, go ahead, girl. You're going to be another statistic. Me too. Hello. How you doing? We trying to prevent you from having the experiences that we all had before. We see the signs, girl. Red light, stop. Don't go. Yield. You know what I'm saying? But like we all said before, it's an experience that she will have to go through. Period. That's her life. That's her, you know, her purse, as I say. That's her heartbeat. That's her left lung. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Angie, she is definitely doing a lot. I'm serious. Like,
I can't tell if she like really shading her sister like that.
That's what I was about to say. Like, girl, you about to throw your sister under the bus for this fucking show. Now you're not even listening to your sister. Your sister like, I'm uncomfortable with my weight.
Oh, hold on. Did you hear what she said? She said, She said, how you gonna deal with it when you leave here? I was like, what?
Yeah, because she knew she was gonna go to the consultant surgery place, which I don't really agree with, because at the end of the day, you will still have to do the work after the surgery. So it don't even make sense to have the surgery. But when you mention with your friend, that's a different situation. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa still looks good.
She's not that big at all.
At all. She's only doing it because back in the day she was size 0, size 1. As she stated, she was a Ford model. So she feel like, okay, I grew up, I had a baby, and I still have this weight. But girl, that's what growing up is. You grow up and your body grows with you. If you want to tune it up, that's a different thing. But like you trying to go under the thing that she's trying to do right now, she can definitely work on her body and get it tuned up. She's not as big as she's trying to claim, like she like 300 pounds. Like, girl, you're not. You look like every other black African American girl out here. Beautiful. You see what I'm saying? You're beautiful. Stop letting that become your reality, because you're sinking more and more into that space. All you have to do is go with your sister 1 or 2 times out the week and work out. Truth be told, when you do that surgery, you still have to work out. You will have to do the work when it comes down to the eating habits. You will have to, you have to do more. Like, so that I don't agree with Vanessa with that. Period. Like, I understand that's rich people problem, because like I said, you look like the average girl out here. You're beautiful. I don't know why you think you're not beautiful, but you know that maybe she's stuck in those Ford modeling days. I don't know. Maybe she want to change and don't know how to change. I don't know. But you know, change is very difficult for people. And I think she's just trying to find a cop out with the surgery. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Angie is really doing a lot to save this show. And that's the point that Romeo was trying to make. Like, even when they came down to the photo shoot, girl, like you still doing a lot. You still out here naked. You still doing the the little curve back and the kissy face for the cameras. Like, you still doing all of that. So Romeo was right, and he don't want to be attached to that. Period.
I got you.
He made enough money to not, to broadcast like he's the highest on, like he makes more than Ange. So that's to let you know. He don't give a tutti frutti about the show. But y'all ain't gonna make me look bad. I ain't arguing with no girl. That's not my girl. Leave me out of Angela Simmons' private life. Period.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Crazy LB. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome, Miss MJ. Anytime.
Thank you.
Taking my call.
Much love.
Yes, ma'am. Is Terrell married?
Yes, please tell me your name and where you're calling from. 5 minutes.
Hi, it's Karama. I'm calling from Corona, Queens, New York.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
What's going on, baby girl?
Not much chilling. So what you think?
Nothing. I miss you.
I miss you too. I'm glad you're on the phone. I'm glad I see you. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad I see you too. I hope we meet someday in person. I love you.
And once this corona shit is over, it's all good.
I know that's right.
For real.
You in Atlanta, right?
What'd you say?
Are you in Atlanta?
No, I'm near you. I'm near New York.
Are you in New York?
I'm near New York.
Oh, you're near New York. Okay,
Yep.
okay. So we gotta hook up.
So what you think about the episode?
Oh, wow. I think the part that got me was the Egypt and Sam shit. That is crazy. I don't know why they don't delete him from the situation, because he is so toxic and poisonous to that girl. I don't know what he did to that girl. He brainwashed her. She's delusional. Egypt is not even, she's just like her father, Treach. You see him sitting there with the glasses on. He didn't even take his shoes off for Tahira when he was talking to her father's son.
one-on-one. And even when Egypt came up, he didn't even take off his shade. I mean, like, what's going on with you, Treach? I wasn't feeling that at all.
I don't know why he didn't take off his shades. It was dark. Or maybe he has some type of eye problems and he didn't want the camera lights in his eyes. I have no idea why he didn't take off his shades.
No, I felt like that was he was hiding something. And first of all, you're with your kids, no matter if you on TV or in the basement. I don't care. Those are your children. And where's the respect that? You're supposed to take those glasses off, okay, and talk to them one-on-one. What's going on? No, he's probably high on some drugs.
I knew you was gonna go, yeah.
You already know we on that same wavelength, girl.
Okay, what do you think about Vanessa and Angela? Was that shade or not shade?
Oh, definitely shade.
For real? I don't want to think like that, but I was feeling like that.
I was just, you know what? I was really focused on the Egypt thing because I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I didn't really watch the whole thing, so I was in and out. So that's basically all I had to say. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So, do you think, as Egypt being controlled, what do you think about the conversation that Egypt had with Sam when he said to her, don't show her more emotion than she shows you because then you give her the upper hand?
Well, he's controlling her. That's what he's doing. She's like a puppet to him. You know what I'm saying? She has no voice. She has no nothing. I mean, like, I don't understand where Peppa was at when all this was going down. How did she even have that bum come in there and just, like, buy a house, car, everything? She just basically put him on. I mean, I don't understand her. She's not even monitoring her daughter. Her daughter is a precious gem. She's a young girl. This is her first real relationship. Now she's ready to fall back, and run off the show because she's scared. She's intimidated. It's too much for her. She needs guidance. She needs love. She needs support. She needs support system. Her mother or her father is not there for her. She's just raising herself, basically. And I blame Pep and Treach for that. And I hope you guys hear me. You need to set your game up with Egypt and handle your business. Because she is a princess. You're supposed to bring into the world as a queen, as a queen. And, like, what's going on? You guys are, like, here, there, everywhere. Nobody's there for Egypt but Titi. And Titi is where? In Bahamas with her man? She's having a baby? Or Jamaica? What was that? Jamaica or Bahamas?
Jamaica.
Yes, Jamaica. Okay. You know, I mean, like, Titi is like more of a mother figure and father figure that Peppa and Treach put together. I mean, I feel bad for Egypt. I mean, she just seems really lost. She really does. She seems very lost. She's very young. She's impressionable. And that guy is bisexual. I mean, like, come on. And he's praising that she's fighting. That right there, I mean, like, I just want to jump to the screen and just tear his head off and just kick him off the door going to the sidewalk. I don't understand.
Thank you, Crazy. I'm about to call you somebody else. Thank you, Karma Ball. Appreciate your call.
Oh, it's Karama. I'm sorry. It's Karama.
Karama, thank you. Karama Ball.
Yes, Karama. Yes.
Karama Ball. God bless you. Queens is in the building. Stay up, stay safe, stay protected, sister.
I'm sorry. I had a lot of Benadryl going on with me. I have allergies going on over here in Queens. It's hitting me up hard. So if I sound like it's the Benadryl.
Oh, don't worry about it. You did what you're supposed to do, baby.
But I just hope that if Egypt hears this, please lose that zero, drop that zero, and get with a hero, and that's God first. And learn yourself. And Peppa, she needs to be ashamed of herself. She needs to be a role model for her daughter. And that's all I got.
God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you next time. Mm-mm-mm. So is Egypt being controlled or is she not being controlled? And do you guys think that TT is a good, role model for Egypt? And do you think Vanessa really felt shaded by her sister? Does she feel like her voice is never being answered? No one's never ever listening to her, no matter what complaints that she has. It seems like her complaints and what she's going through fall on deaf ears. That's what it looks like on TV, but hopefully it's something totally different. And how do you guys feel about Lil Twist talking about I want producer credits, and he's ready to step into them Romeo shoes, but he's ready to step in and be one of the main celebrities on the show. Can Lil Twist do it? Do Lil Twist got it? Can Lil Twist do it? Can Twist do it? Do you think Twist got what it takes? Do you think Twist got what it takes? And do you think Romeo actually made a good decision by leaving? Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Norris Tony from
Hey.
Plant.
Hey, Tony, what's going on?
This call is now being recorded.
Hey, I'm gonna try to make it quick. The Egypt Sam relationship, they don't need to be together. I mean, in the long run, I just don't see that relationship working because he got 2 kids by 2 different women, and plus he's still immature. And Treach need to put his butt in check. For real, they need to have a sit down, and he need to get him together. So hopefully we get to see that on the show. And so I like the apology. I like that Egypt owned up to what she did. I like that she took responsibility for her actions. Like a young woman should do. So she shows some maturity as far as doing that. Because TT, to me, is more of a mother figure to her than Pep, and a more of a parent figure, than Treach. She's more of a mother and father figure. It seems like she helped raise her, so it's like she the one with the most common sense out of those 3 as far as, Egypt, as far as guiding Egypt. So Egypt do need her more than she realized. And, Angela, it seemed like can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I don't see. It seemed like Angela and Vanessa, that it's just always been a disconnect between them two. It's like when you were seeing them on Ron's house, when they was doing them pastry shoes, that little business they was doing. It's like since Ron's house, they try to do business together. It's like they don't have like the normal close sister relationship. It's like it's always been a disconnect between them two. And, so it's always seemed like you said, Vanessa looks up to her. And it's like, you the older sister. She should be looking up to you. And I feel like Vanessa, she's beautiful. She don't need no kind of surgery. So she's always looked good in my book. Just work out. Angela, she needs to continue to work out before she put on another bathing suit, because she didn't look right in that bathing suit.
Lord, help me, Jesus!
She didn't look right at all. I'm sorry, I don't mean to down her. I like her, but she just didn't look right. And I'm glad she hanging around the other cast members. That's good to see her come out of her shell, because the first couple of, like, maybe 3-4 seasons, it seemed like she was stuck up. Just to be honest. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that she's stepping in. And then I'm happy for Tyran. He's showing that he don't need his mama Pep or his father to take care of him. So I'm glad he's using this platform to start his own business. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy for him. He deserves the best. And then Lil Easy, I'm glad he's getting more time on the show. And, and we get to know more about him. And then Twist, I like to see him try to step up into a producer role, because he seemed like you say, he ready to take over. Mm-hmm. He ready to do his thing. So, who else have I? Really? Oh, and JoJo. Oh, JoJo was mellow this episode, but next episode, I want to see if he really is tough as he claimed he is. Claim he been acting, so that's going to be interesting to see. And then Brianna, I didn't see a lot of her this episode. She good. But, I think, and Boogie, I'm glad Boogie didn't have to get into no drama in this episode. He was the bone carrier. This episode, and Easy took a step back. But that's all. I think I covered everybody. Yep, I covered everybody. I don't know who. Yep, I covered everybody. So I think that's all I have.
All right. So was you? What do you rate the episode?
It was maybe a 7 or 8. I mean, it's not a 10 like last week because of that drama, but it was mellow. I like that they, took a step back and didn't have so much drama. I mean, show some balance. Not so much ratchetness. So it was pretty good. We get to see them being mellow for a change and the drama calm down a little bit. But trust me, it's going to pick back up next week. That's just getting us ready for next week because, the Egypt and Brianna episode was a lot of drama. And then last week, the meeting was a lot of drama. Now we got the Twist and JoJo situation. Oh, and the stalker is bad enough. He's going to confront the stalker, JoJo. And, and then he going to get into it with Twist. So next week going to be a big episode for him.
All righty. Thank you so much, Tony. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Please tell the people
welcome.
to check out your channel.
My name is Norris Tony on YouTube, and I just made 2 videos last night. One of them is called the 4 men, that got 4 ex-cops that got convicted, are not convicted, but got charged, with killing George Floyd. So I did that video. And then I did another one called Update on Stimulus Proposals.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. God bless.
And they yep, you too. You have a good night. Hope to talk to you again soon.
Same here.
Yep, good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Sorry about that, Crazy LB. I've been adding and removing and adding. I might have did yours by accident. I didn't even know. I could have sworn that you had the blue thing, baby. My bad. My bad, love. I got number love for you, sister. Number love for you, baby. So, who's next? Anybody got anything else to say about this episode? What is going on? I just don't know if Vanessa really was shaded tonight. I'm just like, what's going on? How do you guys feel about Egypt breaking down to, TT? Did she do it because of what happened with her and Brianna? Or does she genuinely miss her cousin, TT? And did Romeo make the right decision to leave the show? Did he make the right decision or not? Should have stayed or not? Yes, JoJo be turning up for the cameras. Yes, he was. He turns up at Lil Twist party. He turns up at Romeo's party too as well. And we know JoJo's not a fighter. We seen JoJo involved in altercations where his ass was handed to him. And Lil Twist may be shorter, but if you got a right hook and you got a left hook, it is what it is. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Judy calling from Dalton, Illinois.
Okay, hey Judy, what's going on? What'd you think about the episode?
I really enjoyed it. I was elated to see that Egypt finally was coming to her senses, and I hope that she is sincere about trying to get her life together. And I hope Sam is gone forever. And also Angela, I think she is really.
You gotta turn me down in the back. I can hear the get back. Yeah, you gotta turn the computer, the TV, and the phone down. You back?
Hello.
Okay, yep, we're back. We can hear you loud and clear, baby.
Okay, yeah. I just want to say, Angela, I think she's really in a sorry space. She really wanted Romeo to keep chasing her, or the fake chasing her, and she's really hurt about him not doing it anymore, and that's why she's chasing Bow Wow.
Okay, your computer, I get what you're saying, but your computer, or there's feedback. Because after we talk, you can hear us talk after. Like there's a feedback. Okay, let me see. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yes. As I was saying with Angela, I think she really wanted Romeo to keep fake chasing her as they were trying to portray on the show, and when he didn't, it really hurt her. She keeps saying that he never called her, but he also showed that she didn't return her calls to him. And she treats her sister, Vanessa, very badly. She's done that over all the seasons that I've been watching. So she never supports her own sister, and I don't understand that. Either one of them, even the younger sister, she didn't support her either. So I love Brianna. Great lady. I love her a lot.
Okay. Are you still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here. Okay, and I love TT. Congratulations on her pregnancy. I think she was trying to really support Egypt, but Egypt just got involved with the man and just couldn't see beyond him. And I think she's going to wake up. Her mom needs to come back home and stop touring and help grow her up, too. So it was a great show. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a really great show.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you did enjoy it. So, anything stick out to you other than what you just mentioned?
Only Boogie. I thought he really has shown a lot of maturity in himself since his little drug days back in the day. So it seems like he's really gotten it together. So I'm going like, okay, maybe there's hope for him. Yes. But I was really proud of him, too.
I know. Boogie has really done a 360.
Yes, he did. So I'm going like he wants some answers. And I do like MasterP, though. He's a little bit forward, but he's teaching his son what he needs to do, being that maybe Romeo is a little more gentlemanly than he needs to be. And most of them probably need a parent around so they won't be as bad as they are. So I think that MasterP is good for all of them because it's making them think.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So what do you think about Romeo leaving the show?
I think it was time.
Okay.
Just like you said, if we can't have a relationship outside of the show, then we really weren't having a relationship. And that was the problem with all of them. They weren't friends after the show. So it's harder to be phony than it is to be real.
Yep.
So he didn't want to fake anymore. He was just tired of being fake.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your call, Julie from Illinois, right?
Yes.
All right. More power to you. Stay safe. Stay protected. Fight the power that be, baby.
Yes, you're right.
Amen. Thank you. God bless.
God bless you too.
And call back in again because we're going to be talking about Illinois pretty soon. So I'm going to put it out there in the atmosphere, a schedule. So call back so you can give us your insight on what's going on in Illinois.
All right. Definitely will do that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So overall, people considered it as a good episode, so that's cool that it was a good episode. I was like, Lil Easy E's doing his thing. He's getting his camera time. He wasn't invited to the Simmons house this time, but he went for the most important time. And we have, Lil Easy E basically saying he's tired of being called a do boy and basically the bone carrier and things like that. He said basically he was asked to do a favor and he was minding his own business. Okay, turn me down in the background and please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Kiki Smith, Slant.
Kiki Smith, and where you calling from? Michigan?
Yes, it's
Kiki. Kiki.
Like the fruit.
Okay, tell us what you think about the episode.
Okay, first I gotta give you a shout out, sister. I love you. I love your energy. I just got up on you, but I still love you. The episode, I love the episode. Everything about the episode was cool, except, again, Sam, that situation, I don't know. I think Peppa needs to give her daughter a hug. She needs to show some motherly support more than what she's doing and realize that Sam is no good for her daughter. Treach, the same thing. I think they need to really wake up and figure out what's going on with their child. She need a hug. Egypt need a hug.
And what else? What else you got? What do you think that Sam is doing to Egypt?
Well, he definitely got some. First off, Sam is a real freaky weirdo. He a different type of weird, and he got Egypt just as weird. Maybe she has something going on in the inside from a child that she regressing. And she clinging on to that because she definitely liked it. They tried to warn her. Brianna, TT, I love TT. I love her energy. I love the fact that she loves Egypt the way that she do. Maybe that they misrepresented that a little bit in the show. And Egypt, she definitely realized that watching herself be like that with her blood, it kind of changed her mind. I think that the apology definitely was sincere. But Sam, he got Egypt twisted. He is just no good for her. And I think Pepper needs to get that man away from her child. I think she needs to get him away from her child.
And what else? What else did you like? What do you think about Angela and Vanessa?
Girl, you know Angie is the shade queen. I don't know why she do her sister like that, knowing that, Vanessa is feeling that way. And I love Vanessa. I love her energy and stuff. And I do think that they outshine Angela over Vanessa a lot in all of the episodes, even in Ron's house. They make Angie the star of the girls. But I love Vanessa's spirit. She a little bit more humble than Ange, and I think she know that, and so she kind of used that. She not as outspoken as Angela. The light don't shine her way as often as it do with Angela. And as it starts to show, and she just be feeling a little pushed to the back, and Angie know that, and she pushed her way back there on national TV in front of the world. I think she should be way more supportive of her sister, regardless of whatever they did in the past, and she didn't agree with her sister. That love should always be there, definitely in front of the cameras. We got a lot of stuff going on in 2020. I would never do my sister like that on national TV. That was definitely a low blow. I think she was wrong for that, for sure, MJ. That was wrong.
I get you.
Was.
So what do you think about Lil Twist? You think Lil Twist, can carry the show?
You know what? Twist got some stuff going on with him that I like, and then he got this old freaky grandpa, I shop out of the thrift store thing going on. So it's like he don't have enough. I don't know. I'm gonna say he can definitely try. It wouldn't be hard to kind of outshine Romeo. Romeo corny, but it's just he got a bigger brand than Lil Twist. And if they give him some more edge, some more storylines, make him a little more interesting, being maybe, but as of right now, he's just a funny character for the show. I think Brianna gave him more light in the show. If it wasn't so much for Brianna's personality with Lil Twist, I don't think he would even, have as much glow as he got. I like him, though. Don't get me wrong. I like all of them. They young, and they got a lot to learn, but carry the show, no. It's going to roll over him. He ain't going to be able to do it. His back ain't big enough, MJ.
His back ain't big enough. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
He's too little. He gonna need a little help. He gonna need a little help.
He gonna need a little help. He
definitely gonna need a little help. But other than that, he good for the show. He is. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he can carry it. I think Boogie will have a better chance of getting a spinoff than Lil Twist.
But Twist already allegedly has a spinoff.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, that's a good thing, though. He needs something to bring a little bit more edge besides, the freaky weird clothes and stuff. He was talking about Sam, but he almost on that same level.
Thank you so much.
I don't know who works with them clothes, him or Sam. I'm telling you. Yeah, but tonight's episode was good. You can see a lot of the truth come out. Like what you said about Tarant. I love Tarant. I think he's so underrated on the show. Peppa and them, he's the black sheep. I think Tarant the black sheep. So I'm definitely proud of him because he stood a lot of that black sheepness on TV, and he did it respectfully, so he held his head up. He never just, called his mom directly out on that issue or try to embarrass them, even though the world could see that they were Egypt over him. So I got a lot of love and respect for Taran. The show was good. I ain't gonna lie. I just got up on a lot of this stuff. I'm older, so my kids started watching it and got me on it. And then I found out about you one day when I was watching Basketball Wives. You did a show about Evelyn Lozada, and girl, you blew my mind back. I've been watching you ever since, so I love you.
Oh, thank you so much. Love you too. Thank you for your call. Your name again?
Peachy. It's like the fruit, like a peach.
Okay.
But I'm married. My real name is Mary, so I'm actually married too. I'm married.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. Michigan in the house. Thank you.
Yes, love, Miss Mary. Yes, love.
Much love. Blessings. Some good points. Some good points tonight. I was like, oh shit, y'all are coming in with these points. This is crazy. I was just like, oh shit. So, some people are here for Sam. Some people are not here for Sam. And some people really believe that, Lil Twist can carry the show. Lil Twist can do what he do, baby. So we're going to see what happens with the show, too, as well. Now that you don't have Egypt, she retired from the show. She quit. She resigned. And we have Sam. He quit. We have Romeo and MasterP quit the show, too, as well. So it's going to be crazy. I'm just like, It is what it is, baby. I was like, what's going on? I was like, I just couldn't believe it. Lil Twist came out. And basically, he's just saying that I'm here. The opportunity done sat in my lap, and basically I'm taking this opportunity. He told, let's get it, big sis. Let's get it, Ange. What we gonna do from here? Where we gonna go from here? So basically he's letting Ange and them know, like, yo, if you need a backup plan, I'm more than a backup plan. I can be the plan. And basically he's not acting like he's scared or he's nervous, and he's basically trying to come in and get where he fit in. And we know that Justin Bieber stole his style and everything else like that. And people took a lot of, Lil Twist style too as well. Let's see what Lil Twist is going to bring, baby. I was like, Lord have mercy. What is going on? Oh, goodness. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming through. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top. If there's any more phone calls, call in and tell me what you think about the episode. Tell me if you think, Angela shaded Vanessa. Do you think that's the kind of situation? How do you feel about, Angela basically trying to save the show? She got the cast members at her house. She's trying to basically come up with a plan here and there. And she's filming with everybody too. And she's showing up to places. It's like she's more involved. Like she wants to be a part of this. Like she's coming in to save the show that she created. And do you think Romeo did a good job by walking away from the show and saying goodbye and saying like, you know what, this ain't for me. Ain't enough money in the world is going to basically tarnish or tear up my brand. That's not going to happen, point blank, period. He is not feeling that. So he just bounced. Hey, what's going on, Thick Girl 40? What's good with you? So it is what it is. I was like, okay, I'm reloaded. So we'll see what happens with this situation, how the show is going to carry on next year, with filming and with everything. Because, you got the coronavirus going on, and when they're going to start producing, when they're going to start filming and start production of a new show. Because now you have 4 cast members gone. You have Romeo gone. You have MasterP gone. No, actually 5, because you have Dame Dash gone. You have Romeo. You have MasterP. You have Egypt. And you have Sam. And all 5 people are leaving the show because they don't like what's going on at WeTV. But basically, Angela said that how they going to edit you a certain way. You said what you said, Romeo. You said what you said. And I think Romeo regrets what he said, because now that has basically been the only sound bite that has been used this episode, last episode, about how Romeo feels about Angela dressing and dating and going out with people. So it's going to be what it's going to be. Hey, what's going on, Perkins? How you doing? Yes, I'm always here for Maryjanetv. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ralph. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. If there's any more phone calls, let me know. Come through, call in, do what it do, baby. If not, we're going to close the lines down because it's 2:24 in the morning, baby. And we all need our beauty sleep. It all depends on where we at and where we from, because we could be on a different time zone. But one thing we got to say is much love to the people, to the power, to the people all over the world, the people in the United States, the people in other countries that got our back and basically doing the same thing we doing here, baby. It is what it is. It's a good show. It was a good show tonight. I did like the show. It was a good show. I appreciate the show. I was just like, But you can see why Romeo left. It would be a bad decision if he stayed, because he was going to be created as that guy that was going to have all the problems with the cast members, because it's all building up. You know what I mean? So if he would have stayed on the show, it would have been like, I got a problem with Romeo. Boogie would have had a problem. Twist would have had a problem. JoJo would have had a problem. Vanessa, Angela, you know what I mean? And then, Lil Eazy-E would have a problem too as well, because then he was put in the middle. And then when he was put in the middle, and basically Master P said, like, we put you in charge of bringing everybody here, to be here for the meeting. And look who showed up. Only Bree and Boogie showed up. So that was kind of like a diss too as well. So it would have been a whole lot going on with that situation. So, so he would have been beefing with everybody. And then and eventually it would have went head to head, because then, Angela's chilling with Bao more. And Bao might have said nothing to Romeo, but then it'll just look all bad. So it might have been a good decision for him to leave the show, unless he was willing to go toe to toe with everybody, because they were going to say comments, they were going to say things about him, and does he think it's worth it? To him and his family, they don't think it's worth their brand and what they have built over generations, to throw it all away. And maybe Romeo didn't want that side of him being, aggy, him being negative, or him coming at people, or him, showing, listen, I'm about to get bouted in this bitch. And he didn't want that to be shown, and it was going to go there. It was going to go there. Thank you, Miller. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, Romeo beefing with the whole cast law. That's what it would have happened. He would have only been cool with Egypt and Sam. And eventually him and Bao would have probably been going back and forth. So, it's one of them type of situation because Romeo could not call Angela. And that's what she said in the show. She said, like, yo, and even Lil Twist brought it up in the show, like, yo, he could say everything to everybody else, so basically Lil Twist said that Romeo basically, is doing a press tour, talking to press, but yet he won't talk to Angela face to face. All he had to do was talk to Angela. And I don't know why he didn't want to talk to Angela. There's a whole lot behind it that we don't know why he didn't want to talk to Angela. It's one of them situations where you want to consider somebody dead. And I think that's the way that Romeo is considering Angela, where even when his father and him are arguing production and it's been, videotaped and it's been on TMZ and everything else like that. And it's actually on MasterP Instagram page. They didn't want to say her name. They didn't want to say anything. They didn't want to mention her name. They basically, it's just like, don't say her name. Because I don't know if they feel like that's where the public is going. And I don't know whether he thinks Angela is creating. After he said what he said about Angela, about, dating, and she's Angela Simmons. She doesn't have to do that. She's always on Instagram showing her body. I don't know if Romeo felt like, since he said what he said to Vanessa, and now he's seeing, little skits and little scenes of people saying that, oh, they want to approach Romeo about the situation. Like Angela wanted to talk to him at his going away party. JoJo wanted to talk to him and trying to get him to talk to Angela. And I don't know if he felt like he made a wrong step or a wrong move, or maybe he realized that this was going to be the situation. He ended up getting too comfortable and saying too much and didn't let Angela say her half. And, he was probably thinking that the new narrative of the show will be Romeo and Angela beefing. And so after he stepped out and said what he said, he realized he gave them the ammunition they can use to create whatever, perspective that they wanted to create. So therefore he was like, I don't want to say Angela's name, but he should have had a conversation privately with her without any cameras, without anything, because before the show they were friends. But maybe he felt like he was going to be set up, because it feels like he's also paranoid too as well, with the cameras, with Angela, where he won't even pick up her phone call. Like, I think I don't know. Either he's hurt or he feels like people are trying to destroy him, because Romeo really had a good name out here, and Romeo does have a good name, and there's never been any negative things on him or people talking negative about him. It's always been praise, and he didn't want to jump out the bag and show that, he could get out here and he can start gooning and he can start talking shit, and he didn't want to do that for his image and who he's trying to be a role model for, his family and his fans too as well. So it's a whole situation like that. It is what it is, but I think it would have been better if he would let Angela get it off his chest, and then he would have just said, my fault, I was in my feelings, I was feeling a certain type of way, and I really like you and I wanted to be with you and I was jealous or something. He could have played that really smooth and clean, and then he could have played the situation with, what's his name, Twist, really cool. Oh, Twist, you want to joke about ICDC? I used to joke about that too. It's all good. Guess what's the check that they wrote me? Guess how much money I got? Guess how many people got educated? Basically played it off like it wasn't a big deal. And I think he could have, circled that situation. And if he would have, set down Boogie, was like, Boogie, my bad. I'm going through this. This is happening. One of my uncles was on a hunger strike. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I apologize for not being a good friend to you. He don't have to say that. Or if they were never friends, he was just say, I just could have kept it, I could have kept in contact with you more. Did you need me to call you? And then he could have said he could have said to, Boogie, you talking about me calling anybody? Did you need me to call you? Did you need me for something? Did I miss out on something? did you need me at the moment that you was calling? If Boogie replied, yeah, he would have said, my bad, I was doing this and I was doing that, but we can move forward with the situation. He could have stopped all these fires real quick, but it wouldn't have been real easy to stop these fires, because you got to understand, production wanted to make a narrative too as well, because, you know, Sam, the bad guy, he's gone. They need a new bad guy. Twist can't be the bad guy because he's a funny, lucky go guy with the slippers on, you know, and with, you know, his clothes and shit like that. So it's all good, you know, with that situation. So you can't make him the bad guy. Brianna's already been the bad guy. Angela can't stand being the bad guy. And people considered her the bad woman a couple of times, you know, doing out, you know, them filming for the show. And Vanessa, come on, Vanessa can't be the bad guy. And JoJo, he can be the bad guy for maybe 2 episodes. And after that, it's like, JoJo crack some jokes, laugh, you know, something like that. So I think it was his turn to play that position. And he realized all the negativity that he had received just from what he said about Angela and not letting Angela speak. And then people and a lot of women coming after him too as well is probably more of his core base fans or women. So therefore he was just like, I'm about to bounce. I'm bouncing. I'm leaving. And he probably felt like he couldn't win. Like, it's hard because I remember when I first started reviewing this show, Brianna Latrice was the most hated person on the show. Everybody hated Brianna Latrice. Now today, everybody loves Brianna Latrice, but everybody hated her. And so when I was doing reviews and I was, you know, sympathizing and understanding Brianna and where she's coming from, and then seeing these people in their life and what she's been through, you know, I sympathize with her too as well. And I didn't make her the bad guy. You know what I mean? And now, you know, she was able, after all these seasons, she was able to be the good guy now. Like, she's the good guy. People are defending, you know, Brianna. She is sitting down having, you know, conversations with Angela at Angela's home. So that's a big step. And Brianna dealt with that for a few seasons. And I don't think Romeo would be able to deal with that a few seasons, because that could really tear down his brand and who he is as a person, and basically stop the money and the checks coming in and people painting a narrative of him that he didn't want, because he does have an extensive, huge resume and he does business with all different corporations. So he can't be looking at arguing and beefing with females and going, wow, that's not his perception. That's not what people think of him as. But we know Romeo do run with some goons, and we seen Romeo people beat some ass on this show. Even though Romeo tried to say he wasn't part of that situation, they tore up that restaurant. That restaurant got tore up. His people tore that restaurant up. His little uncle comes up to like my breast. His uncle tore they tore that whole restaurant up when Romeo felt like he was betrayed. It felt kind of a little suspect, whatever. But Romeo don't want that, because Romeo backed away. Romeo didn't brag about that situation. Romeo didn't say, oh, my people was cool for it. He was very upset. He does not want that type of shit on his name. That's not who he is as a person. That's not his brand. You know, Brianna doesn't really she didn't have a brand. She was just a girl on the show that's the wild card, and now she's building her brand. But her building her brand, like she's building her brand. Romeo brand has already been built. He ain't gonna let no show tear it down. But Brianna was hated. When I used to do my reviews and talk about it, everybody used to be like, oh, that drug addict, that slut, that this, that. Oh, why you sticking up for her and all this other stuff. I used to get it about Brianna. Now everybody loves her. So she was able, what I'm just basically trying to say is she was able to maneuver her way through that, and now she's built up where she is a good, people like her. She's a fan favorite. People stick up for her. People got hope for her. People, you know, put her on a pedestal now. They like her. You know, her brand is being built. But Romeo brand is already being built. He can't go through shit like that where it could possibly tear down his brand, because we don't know what Romeo has going on in the future. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. My peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building. I have watched him since a little boy rapping. Me too, baby. Me too. Brianna was the underdog. Yes, she was. And, you know, she's still not perfect. She still makes mistakes. But now it's getting to a point where everybody thinks that, you know, she's infallible, that she doesn't do anything wrong on the show. And then that's not how I review any show. I point out everything. So it's like a tug of war. Yes, the situation with Egypt changed everything. Yes, it did. Like, I would want Brianna to be my friend. I wouldn't want Brianna to be my daughter's friend. At 21, Brianna and, you know, Egypt, they could be friends, but not close friends like that, because it's just a whole different wavelength, a whole different atmosphere. And at some point in time, you know, there's a lot of people that do have friends that are older. Like, I have older friends too as well, but not older where they will get in my business and try to be like all crazy. They be like, oh, she's doing her thing, she'll come through, talk about it, let's talk about it, and then boom, be on your way. But we have to understand that this is a show, and Brianna has a job to do, and her job is to be the antagonist and basically to go around and point things out at people and say, oh, what are you doing? How are you doing that? Oh, no, I don't like this. I do like this. That's her job right now. And she wants more of her skills to be shown. And she did want producer credits, but I don't know if she stopped saying that she wanted that. And now we see Lil Twist talking about there's a slot open for producer credits, and he want it. So it is what it is. So that's it, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, baby. And we're going to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. It is what it is. Thank you guys for coming through tonight. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All the moderators that came through, all the people in the chat that came through, everybody that's commenting that came through, I appreciate it. And to all the people in the bushes just watching, I appreciate it too as well. Stay up, stay woke, stay black, stay protected, stay empowered, and empower others around you to make sure everybody receives justice and equality, because it is time for a change. And we got that change, and that change is happening each and every day out here in these streets. It's even happening in other countries where people understand the plight of the black people, the plight of ADOS, the plight of foundational blacks, baby. It is what it is. Power to the people, power to the people, power to us for change, for wanting different, for standing up for what we believe in and what we want. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my people. Stay empowered, stay protected. Make sure you stay aware and you know what's going on around you, and you look and you check out everything around you in your surroundings, and make sure people know where you at too, and make sure you keep your eyes open, you stay woke, and you stay focused, and pay attention every time you leave the house, because you never know. Thank you guys so much. Stay protected, stay empowered. Peace and blessings, and also all my peeps and my peoples, prosperity, wealth, healing, everything that we need in our community, justice, equality, change, different people in office, different elections, people that we want in, the people that need to be in office, we put in. That's where the change starts, right there with us, and we have the power to vote who we want in office or not, or we have the right to get our own people to run for governor, president, mayor, councilman, Senate. We gotta put our brains together. Much love to all the peeps and the peoples. Stay up. Stay empowered. For real, for real. People out here making change, baby. To see the power of our people, the power that we have.